their lineup just looks a lot easier to execute too. And for Nigma Galaxy C, it's not easy to execute. You need a snow
For him to, get that little bit of extra regen from the tango, the little bit extra from the headdress, and doesn't end up dying as a result of it. Paulson obviously seeing the importance of consistently scouting this out.
They're actually diving Fly. He was able to sidestep the arrow, but Mizu finally gets the percentage in the bash, luckily enough, and now Yokem, first blood secured. They've still committed at the first bounty as well at the 3-minute mark. So he's just being such a nuisance, and we see how difficult it is for Makoto at the moment. This Monkey King is absolutely bodying the mid matchup, and he's going to rotate as well to kill over on Gabby. Double damage rune in the arsenal, and that's enough gold for the Orb of Corrosion, which is going to make that mid matchup that much more difficult as top lane. In Your Dream drops the boat as Paulson utilizing this Centaur Conqueror to perfection.
At half HP, and KP doesn't even get the experience for it either.
Bottom lane Alacrities. Away in the tree line at the moment. I don't think you can bring down Gabby without the DD. And now, yeah, they got to reset and reevaluate how they take this fight. Tujinku sucks. Still remaining on Alacrity. A nice mischief dodge. Honestly, I thought he died. I'm like, hang on, did you just get melted by the scatter blast?
Yeah.
Okay, what just happened there? But nonetheless, Gabby still
it's a big win for him.
Radiant.
What's he got coming out?
They're going to look to connect down bottom though. Smoke on 3, trying to play with Gabby. Definitely the strongest hero on Talon at the moment, and Makoto having the haste in the arsenal as well just makes it that much easier for them to take this avenue in as Alacrity is, and they're also looking to try and backstab KP as well. Mizu TPing in, along with Mirana starting to connect. And KP's got the mechanism, relatively tanky. Need to find the angle to skew out to safety, but Yokem, perfect use of the layering and the control. KP is going to use an incredibly defensive RP. The damage coming through a little bit too late, but still, Paulson enabled to still be sitting down bottom 11 minutes in because of how difficult it is to kill him. This top lane, Mizu, going to be in some trouble. And he's got only 1 point up in the ball though, so that extra status resistance really not going to be enough. So Talon surround him with their 4 heroes, and
to this, especially considering Talon have almost already taken the objective that they're committing onto the top side for.
Gabby's got Hood coming out of the Koro, but it might take a little bit too long. Both Wukong's all the ultimates laid down to try and blow up the beast and the Bristleback, and Gabby will drop. They have to use everything possible to secure the kill, but the Wukong's in the perfect location makes it really difficult for Talon to find an avenue in. They'll still trade the life for the Alacrity, but Fly will not get out to safety.
I think you're okay with that sort of rotation. KP is just standing here in the trees, and so they're going to be able to find him. Nah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Down bottom to keep that tower alive, and now you're the ones that can be on the aggressive front to take some objectives. Mid's going to be very easy to find considering with the ultimates being on cooldown. They're starting to come back up, and the rest of the Dire swing in the area as well. They're going to start a Makoto off to the outskirts. KP has been able to find the Monkey King in the tree line. With the RP committed, Mortimer Kisses on the side as well. The magical damage raining down. As they'll lose the Monkey King, a key component here. And now with the rest of Talon looking to try and continue on to find more blood as well. And that they will. Gabby, a double secured for your Bristleback. This game as well. We've been speaking a lot throughout the draft about the position 1, but Ember works incredibly well with the Empower. He's going to get so much extra farm and a hero that can do a ridiculous amount. As top lane KP, Mech on cooldown for another 5. Can they keep him alive long enough? They can. KP just had the safety with Gabby and Hyde. They're going to have to use the mech to try and sustain themselves, but they want to play around with their vision. Don't give an opportunity for Nigma Galaxy C to set up around the choke point, as Paulson will be the first target to fall. So now, they've got the numbers advantage. Talon, they can reset if they want.
Maybe that's the little bit of extra magic resistance that he needs to survive that barrage.
Charge on Mizu. They're going to find the perfect control as well with the boot. No, just off the mark. Makoto slide the nick of timing on the Ember, and then all of a sudden, they'll turn it back around and blow up Mizu. Another kill going the way, and now this should be a free roach with all the ultimates wasted.
It's twice now that they've just completely whiffed on Makoto. I feel like you just got to pick a better target, right? Like, he's been able to get this. Of course, you back down. That's the issue right now for Nigma Galaxy. You can see
You're in your dream. They're gonna run to the Conquer. He's usually pretty goddamn tanky, but this time with 3 heroes around and Makoto's got plenty of damage to work with. I'll get rid of the position 1.
Fly as well. He's looking to build into the Solar Crest for whoever he's able to focus in on, and you've even got the Blink Dagger on KP.
Top lane,
For a
Talon.
little bit of a setup here.
They're coming back for the defense. KP starting on top of the Monkey King. The Nether Strike will give an opportunity for the Wukongs. Very nicely played for the position 3. As I'll turn it back around, but Radiant, they've shown up for the party. The extra reinforcements have finally arrived, but the stuns? That's the questionable factor. Still lacking a way to cancel TPs. Zalacrity's out. Mizu might not be as fortunate. Gavi's making sure he can run the opposite direction for the Quills. Up in a couple of seconds. No way. No way. The run buff as well. Oh my lord. Mizu actually gets out with his life. And it's just Yokam that will be the only one to
Radiant's
Back on Paulson as well.
Smoked up. Gavi's gonna pop it on Polo. It looks like they're just going to try and cut their losses. They're still posturing around the high ground as KP, it just drops a solo RP on the support. He feels content, happy to convert the kill. But Alacrity in your dreams still sticking around. But the numbers, they got the tree! KP corrects! Oh no, they're going to be cautious now still. They're on top of the pressure back. The break is out. They're going to be able to blow him up. Gabby's gone. A huge streak to claim. Alacrity, BKB about to expire, Wukong shortly as well. They're just waiting. The patience coming through from Talon, but is it going to be enough to turn it back around as KP flies on forward, Skewer to connect on 2, and that's enough.
Might be surprised how far a little kindness.
KP carrying in this game, just going that little bit deeper with no vision at all.
Wait, Mizu?
And gets the up here
He's
originally.
charging in. He's got some supports behind
there.
him, but so do Talon. KP again. Skew onto multiple heroes, but where are the cores for the damage? There's the answer. Makoto jumps in the middle of it all. He'll be able to bring down the Mirana too. And now next on the agenda is Polison. They'll look to neutralize the Enchantress. Not an easy kill by any stretch of the imagination, considering how tanky she's itemized. But in the end, it'll be Makoto with the unstoppable streak.
KP still getting a decent amount of farm himself here. You can't kill Makoto. You couldn't kill Makoto before with multiple, unless he gets arrowed.
Wait, no way. No way. Tidebreaker's back up shortly. Oh my lord. Sorry, Danog, what'd you say? Sorry, you said there's no
unless
way?
he gets arrowed. Unless he gets arrowed.
Alright, maybe they can fight now. Can you actually fight into ages?
With BKB, I feel like you can. You gotta just ignore the bristleback. We saw this so many times with SMG when they were playing in BTS Pro Series, right? They go all in on buffing up someone like mid one.
Yep.
And so you just gotta focus everyone else. They would go like an Omni Knight and an Ogre Magi and, you know, people building into the Glimmer Cape, the Solar Crest. Just focus everything but the one that's being targeted.
Did Mizu What's going on down bottom? Oh, he's got BKB. Teams are coming over as well. Alacrity's gonna lay down the Wukongs, but Gabby with the BKB can reposition himself. It's not gonna matter though, the damage, it's ramping up. Nigma Galaxy C, they found their item timings, but can they keep him inside the ring? Mizu's gonna try and angle the charge back, and they blow him up. So crafty with how Dire are taking these fights, and now on the outskirts, Yokam just solo killed Hyde.
You feeling nervous, Ares?
I'm not feeling nervous.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It still seems like Nigma Galaxy C are playing a little bit more passive. Like they don't feel comfortable with taking a fight, and we're going to see KP just skewer back, utilizing that changed horn toss still. They're able to find the kill, and Gabby, I mean, he's got a blink as well. They'll find Polison. There's the TP cancel and hide. So once again, the support's the weakest link here for Dire.
It was that only happened because Yokam was just trying to slow things down a little bit. He cut the wave entirely, gave up his own life, probably didn't need to.
Mizu completes the charge. So see how this status resistance can come into play with the TPR. KP recognizes they don't even need the...
KP, yeah, again, just going to try and cut off as much
They're
as he
actually
can.
looking to pounce. Die converging on the area. This is a high priority target if they can bring him down. Mechanism still available. KP will get it off, but not keep his life, as now they can turn this into another kill on the Snapfire as well.
I guess they
Nigma Galaxy C still sticking in the midst across the map, but they are setting up.
Bottom tower is under
We saw what can happen previously. He's got the Flame Guard, a little bit of magic resistance. Still, Mizu's actually going to be able to connect as well with the extra stun lock. That's enough. They'll get rid of Makoto, the rest of Talon. Too late to the party. Yes, they killed off the Enchantress top, but
To the Shiva's Guard next, so
KP
that's going to solve at least his
getting
armor
charged
problem.
down. Connects onto 2. What a beautiful boundless strike as well to start the fight. Radiant, they're crumbling without the Ember Spirit. KP, who'll try and lay down the RP, but instantly answer with the Ewer Scepter. Gabby's got enough time to pop the BKB, but still the damage is starting to rack up. They'll get him outside the ring, but it's not going to matter with the break showing and the damage. They'll kill off the Bristle, now they're looking for more.
There's even in a good spot, but we've seen what's happened when they've tried to dive a tier 4 tower in the past.
It's going to compromise his own position to drop the ward, and KP having the level 20 in the skewer. This is an incredible way for the Mag to turn some fights back around. We've had perfect examples at tier and how difficult it can be to siege into a Magnus. That is no different. The timing perfect with the X. The safety. Alacrity also jumping around through the trees.
The fire
They're
shield's
also
nice.
mid as well on Mizu. Yeah, Gabby just blows him up. Mizu didn't want to pop the refresher for the other use of the BKB. It was still on cooldown. Now they're doing a great job to kite the Wukongs as well. Dealing with the backline supports. Polison next on the agenda here. A great start to the fight for Talon as they'll drop the RP, doing the best that they can possibly do to kite the Monkey King to perfection as Alacrity's gone. Talon, what a crafty way, just getting real disconnected on the side of Dire they were.
It's a bit weird, right? And again, this is we didn't even see the effect of the fire shield, right? But being able to reduce 85% of damage against a Tidebringer, like just toss him on the front lines. Are you scared? Probably not.
Looks like they're going to get a second full set of barracks here, so Talon, they've evened the game in regards to the net worth, but objectives well and truly in their favor. Like Galaxy C though, they don't want to give this up for free. They're trying to fight in their terms for quite some time. The smoke on 5, they'll make that attempt though. So it's going to pop. It was just Mirana losing the smoke. They've caught vision of KP. An incredible component to be able to burst down to start. They'll do so successfully, but what more can they get? Talon on the retreat. Just losing. Radiant got vision around the area. They're going to see Yokam. They're going to see Polynison as well. Instantly jumping forward, trying to blow up the Rana. They have to be cautious about taking the fight around the choke point as Alacrity. The break needs to be perfect in the chain control as well. A refresher used from Mizu to keep the Bristle back inside the ring, but Gabby is still surviving through it all. And then with the Mortimer Kisses laid down on the outskirts, it's Nigma Galaxy C that have to try and retreat away. Makoto flies on over, but the Searing Change was still on cooldown. Unable to...
Be a creep.
I like this play from Dire. Make sure they don't get set up with a formation by this siege. Going through Gabby's not going to be easy. Wants to try and hold the BKB for the break. What a chains! If they can blow up Mizu at the start of the fight, this is going to be huge. Drag to the southern side. They just have to let him die. Mizu gone. 100 seconds on the deck. You got to get pretty crafty here. It's about to be mega creeps. KP fishing once again. They're going to look to buy back. Break is out. Beautiful chain control. They've blown up the first lap, and now they can lay down the Wukongs as well. How can they get him outside the vicinity? They'll make sure to control him with the Abyssal Blade. Gabby's falling lower and lower. The bashes coming through thick and thin, but hide! What a gobble up! Out to safety. He'll blink away, but Mizu's still hunting. He's on top of the bristleback. RP hasn't used it just yet. Somehow Gabby's alive!
Oh, they gave him the cheese as well.
Oh my god, they can go back in. It's going to catch them off guard. Alacrity's still hiding in the trees. He doesn't have the BKB. He's going to face check Makoto, but they've got to be cautious. Now Gabby's going to reveal himself. Straight on top of the Monkey King. Trying to play around with the Jingu stacks. He's got the buyback as well. Coming back into the fight. There's Conker, half health. Still trying to do whatever he can here. They've blown up KP. They've started to lose their numbers here. The abilities on cooldown. Nigma Galaxy C, they might be able to withstand their damage, but they've got to be cautious. Makoto jumping the backline as they can try and kite the Conker. Makoto, who else can he find? Eurocamp's doing such an exceptional job. The arrow to catch him, Makoto. He's going too far. Fished for too many heroes. I mean, Hyde, he really gave them this opportunity to have a longer drawn-out fight that wasn't as disastrous. But now they've still been able to find Gabby as well, Alacrity. He's got the Abyssal. Just lacking some way to close the distance. What in your dream? He's got the Abyssal queued up. They're waiting for him. I think they caught Glimpse.
He's X-Monster.
KP? KP's got yours still. Oh, no. This is not the way you want to start the fight if you're Nigma Galaxy. Now you have to compromise your position to try and keep the Conqueror alive as best as you can. But KP's in trouble. Look at the Torrent Storm landing on all three heroes. What a pickup. That might just be enough to take the game. One single item. 3 heroes gone. They're on top of Makoto. Refresher pot from the Spirit Breaker. Abyssal control. Oh, he just completed the Aghanims, and the tips are well deserved.
Welcome back.
3 heroes clipped from the torrent. My God. 4,000 lead though on Nigma Galaxy C.
I feel like you go for the tier 4s. You got to bait these buybacks, surely. Do they have... oh, actually, they don't have any outer towers. Only 15 seconds left on KP's buyback.
And Makoto's got to play really cautious. They cannot afford to lose the Ember, and especially the Bristleback as well. They'll use the Wukongs just to secure the objective. Screw the objective to blow up the Bristle. Great coordination with the chain control. Up to the last set of barracks. Mega creeps soon on the cards. You've got a buyback on the Bristle. They won't have the full team for another 30 seconds, however. Once again, Arrow finds a connection. KP, skewer back. Only clips onto Polison. They need some way to be able to keep it alive. The Ember Spirit, the Wukong's creating so much chaos. The area denial gives them no opportunity for Talon to close in the vicinity. Still no one's fallen just yet. They've gotten Megas though. The objectives have been claimed in Nigma Galaxy C. No way! They cannot all get out. They just did that. They just got out with...
Oh my God. Some of the spellcasting is absolutely insane. Jokem, he is Legolas right now, just constantly landing these arrows.
He just solo kills off the mag. And he's got to look to TP too. Gabby's got a way to cancel this at least. Charge back up in a couple of seconds, but he's down without a buyback. It's up in a minute 10.
Kind of a big deal. I mean, you have to deal with mega creeps, sure.
DD though, so hitting over 1,000.
I don't know if you want to group up into Roche Pit.
Come on, Sprite.
Okay, well that is just an absolute freebie. He's got a buyback. He's going to use it instantly in your dream. He's charging up mindlessly. They're going to try and target down Gabby. KP once again. He's on top of Alacrity, but a beautiful timing with the Abyssal Blade. Alacrity turns it back around. They won't have a Magnus for the team fight. Radiant though, looking to get out of the control of the Wukongs, but it's Nigma Galaxy C that are trying to push them further and further back. Without the Bristleback, Fly and Koro are absolute food. They'll target through the Ogre Magi. Now Makoto's the next on the agenda as well. Alacrity's refresh for another Abyssal Blade. 3 down, no buybacks available. It's Gabby and Fly against the world.
And right now, they're just having to play stuff. That's a few of the times where you've been caught out there.
Misery.
Oh, okay. Diamond Fountain would be a little bit too keen, even with how this game is.
This is a Bristleback without the Magnus. They need every steroid can get, but unfortunately, with 2 heroes against the 5, it's just not going to be enough. Bristle down for the final time this game. And Talon are going to start the winter tour off 0-2 as Nigma Galaxy C will take the series a Game 3 bloodbath going just over 60 minutes.
No tier 5 items, but Matt gets one closer to that cream. We love to see it. We love to see it. I mean, what can you say about that sort of game, right? Like, it's crazy the amount of back and forth swings that had around just small things, right? KP so on point with so many of that, the horn toss, the skewer back, his RPs were pretty on point as well. But man, what a purchase of the Aghanim Scepter coming through from Kami-sama himself. just being able to pick off the right targets again and again, chain locking people down so that they didn't have the potential to pop those BKBs and have any kind of an impact in that team fight. And I mean, you couldn't expect much more or want much more from that sort of series against two of the more favorable teams in this Division 2.